murder. It's taken just as long for South African authorities to secure the extradition of prime suspect Shrien Dewani. He'll go on trial for allegedly masterminding the murder of his new bride Anni. ENCA reporter Shrien Dewani recounts the events leading up to and following the brutal crime.
A family has now made a home on the site where Anni Dewani's body was found. But for the Ndocha family, this scene will forever go down as the place they lost their loved one.
We are not well, and I don't know how long we're gonna take this. All we need is this case to start and end, and let's just have all the answers. So every day this case is going on, not coming to an end, is a torture for us. So please hurry up, whoever, whatever, come down, start this case and end it.
Anni and Shrien Dewani touched down in Cape Town on the 12th of November 2010. With their lavish Mumbai wedding behind them, the seemingly happy couple were about to enter the last leg of their fairy tale honeymoon. A day later, Anni Dewani was dead. Her husband claimed they had fallen victim to hijackers in one of the city's townships, but suspicion arose from the onset.
Why didn't they kill both of them if it was a hijack?
Why didn't they kill him? It seems strange that they killed her.
As questions started surfacing about Shrien's possible involvement in his wife's murder, South African authorities wouldn't be drawn.
British police is one service that were very close working with them. It would not be a problem whatsoever working with them if we need to pursue. But as we have said, allow the investigation to lead us wherever it wants to take us.
And the investigation first took police to shuttle driver Zola Tongo. He entered into a plea bargain with the state and for the first time painted a picture of what really happened that day. Tongo told the Western Cape High Court he met the Dewanis here and transported them to the Cape Grace Hotel. That's where he became aware of the plan to murder Anni. According to Tongo, Shrien wanted it done fast and he was happy to pay. They agreed to a 15,000 rand fee and the job would be done the next day. Tongo arranged with 2 hitmen to meet them at an intersection as they made their way back from a restaurant outside of Cape Town. After leaving Strand, Tongo and the Dewanis ended up here in Gugulethu. Hitmen Mziwa Madoda Kwabe and Xolile Mngeni were already waiting. They hijacked Tongo's VW Shrien. Tongo was let out first and then Shrien. Shrien says he was let out of the back passenger window, kicking, screaming and pleading for his wife's safety. But on Tongo's account, he was let out without a fight.
I knew that Mngeni and Kwabe would not harm Shrien Dewani and that he would be dropped off at some further point. I also knew that the deceased would be kidnapped, robbed and murdered by Kwabe and Mngeni after Shrien Dewani had been ejected from the vehicle in accordance with the plan.
Kwabe followed suit, entering into a plea deal with the state in exchange for a 25-year sentence. But Mngeni wanted to go on trial. He maintained his innocence to the end, but the court ruled otherwise.
I find that the accused, together with the persons as mentioned in the evidence, formed a common purpose to murder the deceased Anni Dewani after they had conspired to do so. I find that the accused had made himself available at a price upon payment of 15,000 rand to be shared between himself and Kwabe to execute the deceased.
With the hitmen behind bars, the focus turned to Shrien. He was arrested days after returning to the UK and has since been the subject of 3 extradition orders and appeals. He denies any involvement in the murder and says he's been suffering from severe post-traumatic stress disorder since his wife's death. This has to date formed the basis of his defense, and whether he'll use this line of argument now in South Africa is anyone's guess. For the Ndocha family, it's the final chapter in their quest for answers. Shrien Dewani, Cape Town.
You deserve to know more.
ENCA.com